Part 4, S3-Daughter is a live stream expert introduction. I am the daughter of the god of death, just opened a live fortune-telling session. The man with dark eyes cried and said, "Master, my wife and I have no health problems, but why don't we have children yet?" I calculated for a moment, you are fated to not have children, because... The next second, the live stream room exploded. I am the little daughter of the god of death, named S3-Daughter. The eldest sister S3 went to northern Myanmar to predict life and death, and the second sister S3 went to the human world to avenge the souls. As for me, I am a useless person, living my life in the underworld like a salted fish jumping up and down. Today, while browsing through an application, I accidentally entered a live stream room. Hello, my dears, today I will introduce to everyone a moisturizer. The ingredients are guaranteed to be absolutely safe. The moisturizing effect is super good. I stared at the female beauty streamer named Strawberry without spicy, my brows furrowed involuntarily. Although she was only in her 20s, her exquisite makeup could not hide the death on her face. The area between her eyebrows was so black that it almost looked like ink. I advise you to stop selling skin-damaging products. Do more good deeds, or else you will be hit by karma sooner or later. As soon as I typed this in the comment, non-spicy Strawberry frowned in annoyance. That little salty fish of the underworld, sister, I don't remember what I did to offend you. Why are you cursing me like this? The live stream room immediately exploded. Dozens of comments attacked me in an instant. Go away, go away. Don't come here to ruin things. Who invited this anti-fan? Our Strawberry is both beautiful and virtuous. Why do you say that about her? Oh, she also knows feng shui? Then let's see when your parents will die. This little salty fish of the underworld is so vicious. Look at our Strawberry is about to cry. Comments kept popping up, and non-spicy Strawberry said while crying, I know there are always people slandering me online these days, but I'm straightforward and fearless. These anti-fans say whatever they want, I don't care about these curses, but saying that I sell products that damage the skin is really unfair to me. My studio and I have cooperated with hundreds of brands. Each product is tested by me on my skin, and the products I recommend are all carefully selected. And to take care of the students, I even specially negotiated to get a special discount, so that every fan can enjoy the products. While non-spicy Strawberry was justifying, she didn't forget to ask her assistant to block my comments. Her words were extremely convincing. Combined with her tearful face, fans comforted her while cursing my family, not forgetting to place orders continuously. Not only that, non-spicy Strawberry did not kick me out of the live stream room, but let me watch her make a lot of money. I shook my head, not angry with the dying person, and quietly left the room. Less than a week later, the news non-spicy Strawberry was splashed with acid and had to be hospitalized in the ICU became a hot search. A fan bought the cream that non-spicy Strawberry recommended, but after a short period of use, her face started to break out severely. Non-spicy Strawberry said that this was a normal phenomenon when the skin was improving, and encouraged the fan to continue using it. This fan used it for a whole month, and as a result, her beautiful face was completely ruined. After taking the product for testing, it was discovered that the cream contained many banned ingredients that were seriously harmful to human health. This fan was only 18 years old, about to enter university, at the most beautiful age of her life, but had to suffer such a terrible shock. The fan's mother went to non-spicy Strawberry's group to ask for an explanation, but was rudely rejected. When the article was posted online, it was quickly shut down by the non-spicy Strawberry media team. Having been humiliated again and again, the angry mother bought concentrated acid and waited in front of the spicy Strawberry company, then threw it at her. Karma does not spare anyone. After the spicy Strawberry incident, netizens also searched for the comment I had posted. I decided to open my own live stream room. The story spread quickly online, and many curious people came to watch. Oh my god, is this the little salty fish of the underworld in Spicy Strawberry's live stream? Looking at the avatar, it really is her. Why didn't I recognize you before? Senior, please give me a fortune. Looking at the stream of comments that appeared, I excitedly hugged the skull tightly in my arms. A fortune every week, only for those with a predestined relationship. As soon as I finished typing this, the comments below were immediately flooded with "Choose me." I randomly chose a user named Song Zikwanin to connect with. Song Zikwanin was a middle-aged man with a fierce-looking face, silver temples, and a face that showed experience. His house looked quite rich. Master, my wife and I have been married for more than 20 years, but we still have no children. We have been to many doctors, and the doctors all said that both of us are in good health. We have also tried many ways but still cannot have children. No matter how hard we try, the embryo can only be nurtured for a month before it dies. Master, please save me. I cannot have no descendants. I worked hard to earn this little fortune, I cannot not have a child to carry on the family line. Before I could open my mouth, the comments in the live stream room sympathized with him. Master, please help him quickly, I feel so sorry for him. If you can't help me, I'm willing to be your son. Being tormented like this for so many years must be very painful, just hearing about it makes me feel sorry. Why is the master laughing? What's so funny about this? Are you happy to see other people's pain? I looked at the black aura on Tong Zikwanyan's body and laughed coldly. You don't have a child because you're not worthy. As soon as he finished speaking, the live stream exploded. Master, you don't have any sympathy for what you said? These words are too cruel. Pfft, what master, I think he's just a scammer. The matter of strawberry not spicy is probably just a coincidence. Agree with the comment above. I also think that the host of this room has such a young voice, he's definitely a scammer. Just put him on the blacklist. What kind of master? People are asking for help, if you can't help then that's fine, why are you still saying harsh words? Song Zikwanin's expression immediately turned gloomy, he seemed to be about to disconnect. In the midst of the tense atmosphere in the live stream, I slowly said, does a human trafficker deserve to have children? Song Zikwanin's movement suddenly stopped, the torrential comments in the live stream suddenly stopped. Everyone was stunned. You and your wife got rich from child trafficking. After making enough money, you wanted to wash your hands of the past, open a company, and try to leave the past behind. But can you give it up? I counted on my fingers. Over the years, you and your wife have sold a total of 85 children, causing 85 families to be broken because of you two. You two have made enough money, now you want to have a child to continue the family business, but are you two worthy? Before I could finish, Song Zikwanin's face turned pale and he quickly disconnected the call, but I knew he was still hiding behind the screen eavesdropping. So I loudly said to the screen, there are things that can be compensated for, but there are things that cannot be compensated for. The cruel acts you two have committed over the years have exhausted the blessings of your descendants. Don't try in vain, because you two have no descendants. I tracked down Song Zikwanin's internet address and conveniently called the police. The human trafficking couple were immediately arrested. This matter was reported again. Many netizens volunteered to promote my live stream room. It's true. I was there that day, the Grandmaster is really good. More and more people eagerly waited in my live stream room, afraid of missing the next broadcast. Amidst everyone's anticipation, the second live stream began. In front of the fans in the live stream room, I will blur the real face of the person connecting so there is absolutely no worry of being recognized. This time, I chose a user named Little Rain to connect. When the video started, even I was surprised. Behind this ID, there was a handsome young man. The man had sharp eyebrows, behind a pair of gold-rimmed glasses were sparkling eyes, outstanding temperament. At a glance, one could tell that he was raised by a wealthy family to become an heir. A week ago, my sister met a high school classmate at a reunion, then went home crying and demanding to marry him, even wanting to cut ties with his family to get married. That guy has no ambition, has never had a proper job, has nothing but good looks, so of course my family did not agree. But now my sister doesn't eat or drink, she insists on going out to live with him, and even uses hunger strikes to force the family to compromise. Seeing her so haggard, I feel very heartbroken. The man sighed, gritted his teeth and said, I want to know, can that man bring happiness to my sister for the rest of her life? Who knows, this might be true love, why should the family separate the couple? Everyone calm down, I have a feeling that my sister fell in love too suddenly. There's something very strange, I'm not sure, let's see what the Grand Master says. I slowly said, if I'm not mistaken, your sister is called Little Rain at home, right? Little Rain tapped. I continued, your sister was cast a love spell by that classmate, that's why she's so infatuated with him. That guy was after your family's money, he invited a shaman from Thailand, transferred your sister's deep feelings for her true love to him. Finally, I caressed the skull in my hand and smiled. The person your sister truly loves, and is also destined to be with, is you. Little Rain's eyes trembled slightly, he pursed his lips, trying to suppress the emotions that were surging in his heart. I said again, first, let your sister drink half a glass of white wine. If there are thin purple-red threads on her palm, use coarse salt, white rice, banyan leaves and warm water, mix them into a mixture and apply it to your sister's forehead, apply it for 15 minutes and this love spell will be broken. Little Rain's eyes lit up, he thanked her and quickly disconnected, perhaps he went to test it immediately. Sounds great, will it work? Wait for the ending, sit here and wait to see how the truth turns out. Looking at the mysterious expression on the Grandmaster's face, I bet it will work. I patted the skull lightly and calmly said, I'll broadcast it again tomorrow. After saying that, I ended the broadcast. The next day, as soon as I opened the live stream room, fans flocked in. Connection requests from Little Rain Tit-Tac kept popping up. I pressed accept request, and two faces appeared on the screen. One was Little Rain Tit-Tac, the other was a beautiful girl, who seemed to be his younger sister, Guyu, who had been under a love spell. Guyu had dark circles under her eyes and a hazy expression. She kept yelling at her brother Gu Feng in front of the camera. You don't understand anything. Jiang Lin cooked me a bowl of porridge and helped me feel the warmth of family, so I understood what love is. I laughed mockingly, your brother gave you a luxury car on your birthday, your father gave you a house, your mother lowered herself to beg others for your job, don't you think that's not the warmth of family? Guyu held her head and shouted, what do you know? They only pretended to care about me, but in fact, they adopted me from the beginning just to turn me into an obedient doll, never caring about what I really wanted. Only Jiang Lin understands me. Guyu's face changed from crazy to gentle, he dared to go crazy with me, dared to rebel with me. I wanted to learn to smoke, he used his entire day's salary to buy me 3 packs of all kinds of cigarettes for me to smoke freely. I wanted to drink, he took me to a bar to get drunk. I wanted to be with him, he proposed to me right away. Guyu chuckled, his face filled with happiness. But behind that mask of happiness, there was an extremely unusual feeling. Is this person crazy? I don't need the teacher to say it, I also know she's been hit by a love spell. It's funny, smoking and drinking, they say they love each other, but giving them a house, a car, and finding a job, they say they're tied down. Truly the best in the world. The little salty fish of the underworld's live stream shows me the diversity of humanity every day. Gu Feng sighed, suppressed his crazy little sister, and said seriously, Master, I did it your way. Little Rain indeed calmed down for a while, and even blocked Jiang Lin. My whole family thought she had returned to normal, and was feeling a little relieved, but last night she became like this, even more fierce than before, kept screaming to marry Jiang Lin, and even went to steal a fire extinguisher from his unit, saying that it was their token of love, proof of true love. I brought little Rain here today, master. As long as you save her, I will agree to anything you ask me to do. I went through the screen and gently touched Guyu's forehead. The low-level love charm has been dispelled. I wonder if Jianglin saved that Thai mage's life, but he used his own essence to cast a high-level charm on little Rain. Before I could finish speaking, a young man in his 20s and a handsome teenager suddenly appeared behind Gu Feng. The next second, the teenager waved the golden stick in his hand, and a burst of power instantly sent Gu Feng flying. Normally high and mighty, but under the hands of Mage Emoda, couldn't he even withstand a single blow? Jianglin stepped on Gu Feng's chest, then waved to Gu Wu, "Come here." Gu Wu obediently walked over and hugged Jianglin's waist. Emoda seemed to have discovered a new toy. He walked closer to the live stream camera and looked at me with a sneer. "Little brat, it turns out you were against me. This guy Matta, show some respect, or our Grandmaster will beat you to the point of no return. Go back to Thailand, this is not a place where you can cause trouble." Why hasn't the Grandmaster made a move yet? I'm so worried. Shh. I just checked online that Matta is a very famous magician in Thailand. I heard that his magic is very profound, his methods are extremely cruel. I'm starting to worry about the Grandmaster. Matta reached out to grab the air, then looked at me with a smile, waiting for me to be under the love spell and then kneel down to beg for forgiveness. 1 minute, 2 minutes. Half an hour passed. I didn't even change my position, just looked at him like I was an idiot. "You can break my spell?" "Humph, I'm more interested in you now." Matta smiled sinisterly, confidently saying, "Be my woman, I'll spare your life." I frowned slightly, slowly saying, "Old man, no matter how good your face is, you're already 80 years old, still dreaming of tormenting young girls? What kind of daydream is that? I just gave you half an hour, to give you a chance to show off all your strength, but it seems like you don't have anything strong to show. Now, it's my turn." I snapped my fingers clearly. Gu Feng immediately regained his strength, jumped up and pressed Jianglin to the ground. Guyu leaned against the wall and threw up, then threw up a green worm. His eyes became clear. He rushed forward and kicked Jianglin, scolding, "You bastard, you dare to bully my brother, I will fight you." Emoda was stunned watching everything that happened, his face showing panic. "Emoda, right? It's your turn now." I gently said a sentence. Immediately, Emoda's beautiful skin aged with each second, finally turning into an old man with white hair and a face full of wrinkles. He knelt down on the ground, arched his butt and let out a few loud cries, "Woof woof woof." The fans in the live stream room were satisfied, but for a long time they still couldn't recover. After pausing for about a minute, hundreds to thousands of comments appeared one after another on my live stream screen. "Oh my god, what did I just see? It seems like the room owner just snapped his fingers and broke the spell cast by Matto. The person above, you're not seeing things, our 20,000 pairs of eyes saw it too, the room owner is truly my god. So cool. This hateful magician, get the hell out of China. Why isn't Matto smiling anymore? Does he not like to smile? You guys are still surprised, but I'm already thinking about taking the room owner as my master. I'm flying in the atmosphere right now." Matto was so immersed in his role as a dog that he couldn't stop. When the police arrived, he was still barking woof woof and biting a policeman's butt. In the end, Matto was deported to Thailand and sentenced there. As for Jianglin, he was handed over to the Chinese police to be dealt with. This matter became international news, and no matter what the reporters asked about Matta, he only had one answer, woof woof woof. As expected, I was on the hot search again. This case spread widely. The police wanted to track down my IP address but could not find it. They had no choice but to send someone to monitor my live stream, waiting for the next broadcast. My previous 2 live streams had created a wave of fortune-telling live streams all over the internet. Taoist masters from all over the world were competing to open fortune-telling live streams under the pretext of fortune-telling. I broadcast once a week, while they did it 3 times a week, along with colorful and mysterious performances, attracting quite a few fans. When the live stream first started, the number of viewers in my room increased rapidly. But less than a few seconds later, the number of viewers began to drop sharply. Room owner, the room of Shuyan Jinren, is broadcasting at the same time. A golden dragon appeared over there. The number of viewers has all rushed over there. Seeing the fans' comments reminding me, I didn't pay attention. I originally just live streamed for fun, to find something to do for myself, whether there were many or few people didn't matter. A fan sent me a screenshot of Shuyan Jinren's room. Shuyan Jinren looked like a middle-aged man. His live stream room was splendid. Sometimes roses were floating in the air, sometimes thunder and rain appeared from the sky. Some fans compared me and him, guessing who was more capable. Shuyan Jinren frowned and scolded, "This Taoist has seen a few live streams of little salty fish of the underworld. She is only 20 years old, what does she know? She is just a half-baked person playing tricks. Don't compare her to this Taoist." A fan entered his room to defend me. Shuyan Jinren laughed scornfully. "Today this Taoist is in the mood. I will teach that little girl what it means to be an adult." Very quickly after that, my live stream room received a request from Shuyan Jinren to broadcast together. Co-broadcasting is a new mode on the platform. 2 streamers can broadcast in the same frame and accept the connection request of a fan. Shuyan Jinren waved his palm fan, his words full of disdain. "Little girl, today this Taoist will accept this connection request with you, and compete to see whose magic power is higher." I put the skull in my arms aside and waved my hand. "My live stream room does not welcome you. He is just a fake Taoist who relies on video effects to make a joke. Live streaming with him will only make me lose my dignity. Little girl, don't be unreasonable." Before Shuyan Jinren could finish his sentence, his screen suddenly shrunk into a bean, and he was locked tightly in the lower right corner of my screen, unable to escape. Outside the live stream screen, he himself was also held tightly to his chair by a mysterious force, unable to move. Cold sweat was dripping down his face, recalling the spells he learned when he took the Taoist as his teacher, but no matter how much he chanted, he could not escape my magic formation. I chuckled. "I'm so kind. I know you like to peek at my screen, so I've specially given you the best viewing angle. When I finish the live stream today, you'll be free. Just watch." "Really?" Shuyan Jinren, who claims to have great magic power, was easily dealt with by the host. "How funny. If you don't show off, you won't die." Shuyan Jinren got slapped in the face so quickly. I zoomed in on Shuyan Jinren's expression. He looked like he was eating shit. My stomach hurts from laughing. Who is the host? He's the one who defeated Emodo with a snap of his fingers. Even 100 Shuyan Jinren wouldn't be enough for the host to stuff between his teeth. Seeing the comments getting more and more ridiculous, I quickly opened a 3rd live connection session. This time the person who connected had the ID Hellblade, and the profile picture was a skull. It was quite unorthodox. When the screen opened, there was no enlarged face like I thought. The camera swayed a bit and then pointed to the ground. In a basement-like environment, on a gray concrete floor, there was a woman in ragged clothes, her whole body covered in blood. She was trying to crawl towards the camera, her mouth making weak, intermittent sounds. As soon as she opened her mouth, she spat out a mouthful of blood. Her tongue had been cut off, she couldn't say anything, only wild screams and desperate moans like a wild animal. The live stream room was so scared that no one dared to say anything. Fans stopped sending comments, and in the lower right corner, Shuyan Jinren didn't scream anymore, just trembled. I quietly looked at the screen, rotating the skull in my hand until it was shiny. "Kill it." The person holding the phone spoke, a cold and impatient male voice. Immediately after, several men in black walked over, holding iron rods and relentlessly beating the woman until she died right in front of the camera. From the moment she had a faint breath until she was completely lifeless, the woman struggled violently, trying to look into the camera as if she wanted to convey something. The camera panned up, pointing at the face of Hell's Blade. The man was wearing a neat suit, his eyes were covered by sunglasses, and blood was exploding at his feet. He suddenly retracted his murderous aura, carefully put down the phone, then clasped his hands in front of his chest, and respectfully bowed 3 times towards me. The subordinates behind him also followed suit, all clasped their hands and bowed their heads towards me, calling out in unison, "Grandmaster." After bowing 3 times, he raised his head, his sharp eyes through the sunglasses, completely different from the appearance of a devout believer just now. This man was very interesting. Bowing his head was a sign of respect, but raising his head was full of ambition. I tilted my head and smiled at him, the skull in my hand starting to heat up. "What do you wish for?" He opened his mouth and said, "I have an older brother. He forced himself to become cruel and strong in order to protect me. But when he finally became strong enough to make everyone afraid, he died." He laughed, as if he was telling a story that had nothing to do with him. "My older brother killed so many people, yet in the end he died at the hands of a woman." His voice suddenly turned cold. That woman still didn't let him go after he died, letting wild dogs tear him apart, even cutting off his head to kick him like a ball, and then using his skull as a toy. He was lost in his crazy memories, and no one in the live stream dared to comment. The next moment, he suddenly moved closer to the camera and yanked off his sunglasses. "What I want is the skull in your hands. I don't know how it got into your hands, but you have to return my brother to me. Otherwise," his eyes were bloodshot, and the camera turned around again. Several men in black dragged a young woman in front of the camera and shot her straight in the head. "Grandmaster," he whispered. "Aren't you most afraid of getting caught up in bad karma? If you don't agree, I will destroy you." As soon as he finished speaking, his subordinates dragged out a child covered in dust. The fear on the child's face made people feel cold. "Oh, I am the daughter of the Grim Reaper, and I am being threatened by humans? This skull is a specialty that my eldest sister High Law brought back for me. She used it to exchange for my most beloved doll. I just thought it was convenient to play with, but I didn't expect it to bring about such trouble. Phew, what bad luck. With such a high level, am I worthy enough to see it? The skull in the owner's hand isn't a toy? It's actually a real person. It gives me goosebumps. The owner just gave it to him. Hoo-hoo, I'm a mother so I can't stand this. The poor child is so pitiful. Damn, I originally thought this was a live stream to watch while eating, but now the spicy hot pot is no longer delicious. Oh my god, did everyone notice? The IP address of Hellblade is in Myanmar. The room owner wasn't taken away for organ harvesting, was he? The man with a vicious smile on his face pushed the gun his subordinate had brought up to the side, instead pulling out a knife, aiming straight at the child's knee. I'm not very patient, I'll count to 3. If you don't agree, I'll break his leg. 3, 2, I agree, I said hastily. The skull was just a convenient toy to me, and it was worth exchanging it to save a child's life. It was just that I hated being threatened. I moved my finger slightly, wanting to use the live stream as a means to deal with the blade of hell the way I had dealt with Zhu Yan Shenren. But immediately after, a golden light emitted from the man's chest, repelling my full probing power. Grandmaster, don't play tricks in front of me. He let out a cold laugh, pulling out a jade amulet from his collar. I bought this amulet from a high monk. Thanks to it, no one has dared to compete for my position for so many years, even you can't touch me. At that moment, the child on the ground let out a miserable scream. The knife had already stabbed straight into its knee. The man waved his hand, shrugging. TSK, I missed. I squinted my eyes, clearly seeing the name engraved in Sanskrit on the amulet, Shaoren. I suddenly remembered that the skull in my hand also had the surname Shao, and was once a leader in northern Burma. His younger brother had succeeded him, but the souls of both brothers were about to disappear. Master, I told you, I have no patience. He pointed the gun at the child's head, and the child's cry rang out mournfully. Within an hour, I want to see what I need on this table. He pointed his finger at the table in the frame. Master, I know you have the ability. This is not an act, I am a doctor, and I can see that the blood flowing from the child's knee is real. We need to take the child to the emergency room immediately, or the child's legs will be broken. Oh my God, the owner of the room quickly save the child, my heart is jumping up to my throat. Suddenly remembering the phrase, "Welcome to the North, my lovely little princess," ladies, is this the male god that you love to death? Still want to pursue love in the North? Want gold and silver? It's already a blessing to have human rights. I really can't understand these trashy novels where the male lead violates half of the criminal law but still ends up with a he. Did the author use his butt to write it? Too arrogant, a terrorist organization has also appeared, shouldn't the United Nations intervene? The sad thing is that in this situation, my subconscious can only pray to the gods. Okay. I gritted my teeth. The feeling of being forced to do something was really unpleasant. But I need to go to the bathroom, give me 5 minutes. After saying that, I turned off the live stream. I called my eldest sister. Hi La, sister, help me with something. 5 minutes later, I returned to the live stream room. Shaoren was clearly running out of patience. He sat on the chair looking impatient, playing with the gun in his hand, while the child on the ground was pale, in so much pain that he couldn't even scream. Are you sure you want this? I held up the skull. Shaoren nodded. Good. I snapped my fingers, and immediately, the skull in my hand disappeared, moving to the table on Shaoren's side of the video. Damn, teleportation. Who is the host actually? This is ridiculous, such a simple thing has to drag on forever, and even injure the child. Did the host do this on purpose? Can the person above not be so impatient? That Hellblade and his brother are both criminals. The host was just testing to see if he could deal with him. Does he have to agree right from the start? If I agree this time, what if he asks for more? Just like the kidnapping, Hellblade kidnapped the child in exchange for his brother's bones. If the owner of the room easily hands over the bones, what will he do if he breaks the deal? This guy is not the type with a conscience. I am even more worried about the child. I am willing to trade 50 years of my ex-boyfriend's lifespan to pray for this child's safe return. Shaoren swallowed hard, his eyes filled with madness, his crimson eyes revealing an extremely stubborn and distorted emotion. You, he called out softly, but his footsteps stopped, not daring to take another step. Are you sure that is your brother's skull? I asked again. Shaoren smiled coldly, his eyes filled with a dark red. Thank you, Grandmaster, for bringing him back to me, but you can't save this child's life. Before he could finish his sentence, I took out a hammer from somewhere and struck the air with a heavy blow. Immediately, the skull was smashed into ashes by me. The smug smile on Shaoren's face froze. He stared at the scene before him in shock, his eyes filled with confusion like a lost child. Brother, brother, he stuttered and called out twice, then staggered forward, but only grabbed a handful of ashes. Shaoren stood there in a daze for a moment, then suddenly turned his head, his bloodshot eyes staring at the phone screen, as if he wanted to penetrate it and kill me. The entire live stream room fell into chaos. The turn was too fast. Did the host just smash the skull? It's over, the Hellblade guy seemed to be angered. Why did the host do this, not caring about the child's life anymore? Already agreed to hand over the skull, why are you still trying to do it? Looking at everyone's comments, I feel really sad. It seems that human nature has an element of fearing the strong and bullying the weak. When faced with cruel people beyond our comprehension, we unconsciously want to give in, not daring to displease them, and even blame those who dare to resist. If we continue to tolerate them like this, will these bandits be able to get away with it even more? I think everyone shouldn't be too pessimistic. Trust the owner of the room. If she dares to do this, she must have a plan. The child's desperate face is truly heartbreaking. He definitely knows that no matter what, he will die here. This is not a chicken, fish, or insect, but a real life. I can't touch you, but I can make all of them die to keep my brother company. Xiaoran's face was half in shadow, his features covered in a layer of fiery red murderous aura. He waved his hand, and the men in black led dozens of people onto the stage. There were pregnant women, the elderly, children, and even newborns. All of them had desperate expressions, looking at Xiaoran with both resentment and fear, clutching the hem of their clothes, waiting for death. In the live stream room, no one knew who was the first to send the RIP emoji, and then a series of RIP emojis followed by white candle emojis appeared one after another. The entire live stream room instantly fell into a deathly atmosphere, filled with white candle emojis spreading across the screen. Even Zhuyan Jinren in the lower right corner stopped all his struggling movements, his expression full of sorrow, slowly closing his eyes. I calmly looked at Xiaoran. You can choose to shoot them, as long as you don't regret it. Xiaoran clearly didn't listen to my words, his eyes were fixed on me, trying to vent his anger. And the way he chose was to kill all these people to hurt me, to make me bear the karma and suffering. But he was wrong about one thing. I am not a Taoist, the dead have no effect on me. And most importantly, none of them will die. Xiaoran walked in front of the injured child, turned to look at the camera with a cruel smile, then turned around and shot straight into the child's temple. The child's body trembled, closed his eyes, ready to accept death. At that moment, the bullet seemed to be controlled by someone, changed direction 180 degrees, and flew straight into Xiaoran's forehead. Xiaoran's head was pierced through. He watched the scene unfold in disbelief, not even having time to scream before collapsing. The phone call I made to eldest sister Hai La was for her to say exactly one sentence. Xiaoran will be killed by the bullet he fired himself on the spot. My sister Hai La has never let me down. After all, she possesses the ability to decide the life and death of anyone. If she didn't have that ability, how could she bring back Tu Tam's skull? As soon as Xiaoran died, his subordinates immediately fell into chaos. My sister had already informed Xiaoran, a police officer friend from northern Myanmar. The police quickly rushed in and arrested the whole group. I told you, I won't let these innocent people die. My live stream room forbids gift giving, so these lovely fans immediately sent all kinds of emojis to the comments to celebrate. Room owner, you are my god. We can always count on the room owner. I have to give the room owner a heart first, and wipe out all of you. I had already sensed a reversal, because when the tension was so high, the room owner's eyes didn't panic at all, and were even steadfast as if he was about to join the party. Everyone, I cried, who would understand? It was so tense. Did you see the expressions on those people's faces after they were rescued? This is the feeling that TV dramas can never show. That year, the host put his hands in his pockets, not knowing what an opponent was. My CPU is about to burn out. Who can explain to me what is going on? My fourth live stream climbed to the top search results again. However, in order to prevent panic, the police closed the replay of that live stream. Every time someone posted a recording, it was deleted less than 3 seconds later. Therefore, no clues could be found on the internet. And when they tried to look up my IP address, the more they looked, the more they discovered that it was not in any database worldwide. At first, I just wanted to quietly tell fortunes, but I didn't expect it to cause such a huge stir. Therefore, I announced that I would stop broadcasting for a while. When the storm subsides, I will return. The fans have already formed a fan group for me, called Fish Egg Bag. Meanwhile, my backstage also received a series of harassing messages from an account. Stinking Dog Shinran Zhou Yan, Grandmaster, I am Spicy Dog Shinran, please, accept me as your disciple. Stinking Dog Shinran Zhou Yan, Grandmaster, I used to have no eyes to recognize Mount Tai, from now on I will be your dog, whoever you tell me to bite I will bite, please, you see I have changed my name to Stinking Dog, please give me a chance. I sent a white eye emoji and blocked him. The mountain is high, the road is long, we meet again in the world. End of Part 4. Part 5, Hai Dao continues live stream introduction. I am the daughter of the Grim Reaper. My fortune-telling live stream became famous overnight. The host had a wrinkled face. Owner, I'm only in my 20s, but my body is already 60. The doctors can't find the problem, please save me. I laughed gleefully, someone is stealing your lifespan. I am Hai Dao, the little daughter of the god of death. After the eldest sister Hai La and the second sister Hai Sa became famous, I also made a name for myself by live streaming fortune-telling. My ID, Little Salted Fish of the Underworld, frequently appeared on the top search results. People who had not watched my live streams felt that the rumors were ridiculous. Under my keyword section, the little actress Zhang Wanlong came in every day to attract attention. Instead of admiring this fortune-teller, admire me. What era is this that you still believe in ghosts? If this channel owner dares to live stream again, I will definitely expose her in front of everyone. She is very courageous, and I like that. So, after a month of rest, I opened the live stream again. As usual, one fortune every week. A group of long-awaited fans quickly rushed in, and the number of viewers in the live stream room increased continuously. I heard the rumors online were so mysterious, I came to see if it was true or not. I was lucky enough to watch the master's previous live stream, and when I told the people around me, everyone said I was making it up. This time, I dragged them all to watch live. I hope I'm lucky enough to connect this time, I have so many things I want to see. I scrolled through the viewer list and quickly locked on an ID, Bay of Alaska. Sure enough, as soon as I accepted the connection request from Bay of Alaska, Zhang Wan's face appeared on the screen. The comments in the live stream room shot out like rockets. I didn't expect it to really be Zhang Wan. I see her under the channel owner's topic every day. Zhang Wan? Did a little actress just interfere in the relationship between film queen Zhou and heavenly king Mia? Phew, what kind of actress? At most she's just a hot girl online, not worthy to be compared to our Zhou Li. An angry fan posted a photo of Zhou Li in a seductive black dress conquering the red carpet, comparing it to Zhang Wanwan's slightly awkward image on the red carpet. Looking at Zhang Wanwan's small appearance, she's not even worthy to carry our Zhou Li's shoes. I am Hai Dao, the little daughter of the god of death. After the eldest sister Hai La and the second sister Hai Sa became famous, I also made a name for myself by live streaming fortune-telling. My ID, Little Salted Fish of the Underworld, frequently appeared on the top search results. People who had not watched my live streams felt that the rumors were ridiculous. Under my keyword section, the little actress Zhang Wanlong came in every day to attract attention. Instead of admiring this fortune-teller, admire me. What era is this that you still believe in ghosts? If this channel owner dares to live stream again, I will definitely expose her in front of everyone. She was very bold, and I liked that. So, after a month of rest, I opened the live stream again. As usual, one fortune every week. I am Hai Dao, the little daughter of the god of death. After the eldest sister Hai La and the second sister Hai Sa became famous, I also made a name for myself by live streaming fortune-telling. My ID, Little Salted Fish of the Underworld, frequently appeared on the top search results. People who had not watched my live streams felt that the rumors were ridiculous. Under my keyword section, the little actress Zhang Wanlong came in every day to attract attention. Instead of admiring this fortune teller, admire me. What era is this that you still believe in ghosts? If this channel owner dares to live stream again, I will definitely expose her in front of everyone. She is very courageous, and I like that. So, after a month of rest, I opened the live stream again. As usual, one fortune every week. A group of long-awaited fans quickly rushed in, and the number of viewers in the live stream room increased continuously. I heard the rumors online were so mysterious, I came to see if it was true or not. I was lucky enough to watch the master's previous live stream, and when I told the people around me, everyone said I was making it up. This time, I dragged them all to watch live. I hope I'm lucky enough to connect this time. I have so many things I want to see. I scrolled through the viewer list and quickly locked on an ID, Bay of Alaska. Sure enough, as soon as I accepted the connection request from Bay of Alaska, Zhang Wan's face appeared on the screen. The comments in the live stream room shot out like rockets. I didn't expect it to really be Zhang Wan. I see her under the channel owner's topic every day. Zhang Wan? Did a little actress just interfere in the relationship between film queen Zhou and heavenly king Mia? Phew, what kind of actress? At most she's just a hot girl online, not worthy to be compared to our Zhou Li. An angry fan posted a photo of Zhou Li in a seductive black dress conquering the red carpet, comparing it to Zhang Wanwan's slightly awkward image on the red carpet. Looking at Zhang Wanwan's small appearance, she's not even worthy to carry our Zhou Li's shoes. Zhang Wanwan played with her newly manicured nails, while indifferently glancing at the screen. Seeing the criticism aimed at her, Zhang Wanwan didn't get angry but laughed, so they hate me that much. Channel owner, why don't you tell my fortune, will brother Nya choose me or that slut Zhou Li in the end? I coldly said, you don't love Nya Feng at all, there's no point in asking this question. Zhang Wanwan stopped what she was doing, looked up at me in surprise, a bit of judgment flashed in her eyes. Finally, she chuckled, so you really have some talent, I look down on you. Then tell me when I will become famous? Zhang Lon's eyes darkened. Zhou Li and I are classmates, she has already become a movie queen, but I will never become one. Even though I really love acting, if I really have no fate with this profession, then I should retire early. I tapped my fingers on the table. Zhang Lon, you still haven't told the truth. You want to borrow my words to say that you are not suited for this industry, and then properly retire from there. Zhang Lon raised her head abruptly, her pupils constricted, her face pale. I continued, the reason you entered the entertainment industry was not because of your passion for acting, but because of one person. You really don't like acting. You just want to be by that person's side, you don't want to be famous. But now that someone has discovered your affair, you want to find an excuse to withdraw, and that excuse is this live stream. Because you know that, once the affair between you and that person is exposed, your existence will become that person's biggest weakness. Don't say anymore. Zhang Lon's eyes were red. Please don't say anymore. She seemed exhausted, collapsed to the floor, her chest heaving violently, her whole body trembling, and then quickly disconnected. The plot twists and turns, you will never know what will happen in this live stream. Channel owner, finish, who is that person? I'm so curious, I'm going crazy. Zhang Lon just used Mia Tianwang as a cover? Is it true or false? I noticed that, at the same time Zhang Lon left the live stream room, someone who had been secretly watching the broadcast also left. That person's profile picture was a black dress, embroidered with gorgeous roses. The next day, Zhang Lon's name appeared all over the search rankings. Not because of my live stream, but because Zhou Li posted a status, introducing to everyone, "This is my lover," at Zhang Lon Lon. Along with that was a photo of two soft hands clasped together. Zhang Lon Lon replied, "You and the baby finally overcame all the difficulties to stand under the sunlight." Perhaps it was because society was more open now, or perhaps it was because Zhou Li had built many good relationships over the years. Instead of receiving criticism and insults, they received more understanding and support. "Oh my god, I used to say they had a couple's appearance. My friend said that fans of couples shouldn't go too far. Now I've been slapped in the face and it's swollen." "Oh my god, now I think Zhang Lon Lon is cuter. Hurry up and get married." The most famous same-sex couple. "I'm going to research all the news about them." Nia Tianwang also humorously commented, "This is not fair. Am I just a tool for two players?" Zhang Lon Lon quietly deleted all the previous challenges to me, but still regularly checked in every day, and was even awarded the title of loyal fan by my fan club. My second live stream quickly came. This time the viewer ID was 20 Flowery Jia. When the video started, it was an old man with white hair and a wrinkled face, looking like he was 60 years old. The old man spoke, his voice old and desperate. "Grandmaster, please save me." Looking at me like this, I'm only 20 years old. "Since last month, my body has started to age rapidly. The doctor said my bodily functions are now like those of a 60-year-old man." At first I thought it was premature aging, but the doctor couldn't find any problem, just said that my body was developing normally like an old person, and even suspected that I had early dementia. As he spoke, 2 streams of muddy tears flowed down the wrinkled face of the 20-old man. "Grandmaster, I really have no other choice. Please help me," the 20-old man sobbed in front of the screen, and the comments in the live stream room also kept pouring out. I believe what he said, because in his eyes there was the clear and foolish look of our college students. "Room master, please save him, I can't stand it anymore. His old face is so pitiful for crying." Room master is really good at fortune telling, but can he cure this disease? I still have doubts. I stared at the 20-old man's forehead for a while, then asked, "A month ago, didn't you just get a girlfriend?" The 20-old man was stunned, then quickly nodded, "My girlfriend and I met a month ago. We fell in love at first sight and quickly got together after a few days." "How is her father's condition?" At this point, the 20-old man suddenly stopped. It seemed like he had understood something, and his cloudy eyes were filled with anger. "What you mean, Grandmaster, is that your girlfriend used your lifespan to save her father?" My face remained expressionless, and I nodded calmly, "Your lifespan was stolen." As soon as I finished speaking, the live stream room was immediately filled with angry comments. "This guy is really unlucky to the core when he met a girl. How funny, even though he's young in the picture, he's not as handsome as me. Where did he get the confidence to think that someone fell in love with him at first sight? It must be because of money or life." Don't be so quick to curse. I think the channel owner has something else to say. Looking at that line of comments, I couldn't help but raise my eyebrows. They understood me quite well. Immediately after, I looked up at the 20-old man's bloodshot eyes, and his voice turned cold. "You don't need to feel angry or resentful. This matter of stealing your lifespan is just retribution for what you did 10 years ago. I won't save you, because you deserve it." "Grandmaster, are you mistaken?" The 20-old man hurriedly said, 10 years ago, I was still a child. How could I have done anything wrong?" "Child?" I laughed coldly. There are children who are even more cruel than adults. 10 years ago, there was a new girl in your class named Tang Tang. Upon hearing the name Tang Tang, the 20-old man immediately revealed a look of fear, and hurriedly interrupted me. "Grandmaster, I don't know who Tang Tang is, and the matter we're talking about now is stealing lifespan. It has nothing to do with Tang Tang." "It has nothing to do with it?" I laughed. "Didn't you notice that your girlfriend's last name is also Tang?" The 20-old man immediately became dazed, his eyes darting back and forth, then he collapsed to the floor. Master! Master, she was prepared in advance, please save me, I'm willing to pay any amount. Looking at the 20-old man's devastated appearance, I sneered, you just said you don't know Tang Ting, and now you're saying your girlfriend was prepared in advance? If you want me to save you, you have to confess all the sins you've committed right here, in front of everyone watching this live stream. The 20-old man took a deep breath, closing his eyes and recalling. When Tang Ting first transferred to our class, although she looked very cute, her personality was really dry, and her classmates didn't like her. I was the one who took the initiative to help her get out of that situation and invited her to be my desk mate. At first, our relationship was very good. Tang Ting was willing to help me study, and I helped her integrate with her classmates. But then, Tang Ting humiliated me in front of the whole class. I took the lead in isolating her, and her classmates also started bullying her. The bullying got worse and worse, and I couldn't stop them. In the end, he paused for a moment, his voice trembling. Tang Ting really couldn't handle the pressure, everyone was just joking, but she took sleeping pills and committed suicide. It sounds like this matter has nothing to do with the 20-old man, it's just isolation? Furthermore, Tang Ting humiliated her first, how could it be such a big grudge? Previous commenter, didn't you see that old man 20 was so nervous that he didn't dare look straight at the room owner? Did you believe that lie? It's okay, the room owner will take action. You really know how to avoid trouble and find relief. I sneered and added to his recollection, or rather, I told a completely different story. After Tang Ting became your desk mate, not only did you force her to do your homework, you also took advantage of her shy, almost autistic personality to steal her daily food money to spend on games. And what you call humiliation was actually just Tang Ting mustering up the courage to accuse you of cheating on the final exam in front of everyone. From then on, you started to hate Tang Ting. Knowing that Tang Ting's parents and sister were working far away, he became more and more outrageous as he led his classmates in bullying Tang Ting. Not only did he strip her naked and mock her in front of everyone, he also stuffed dozens of pieces of paper into her eyes, almost blinding her, and even forcing her to eat trash. What finally broke Tang Ting was not the bullying from her classmates, but you. In order to please the new thugs he had just met, he brought Tang Ting to meet them, and said that he wanted to introduce her to new friends. I suddenly lowered my voice, like a devil's whisper. You didn't expect those thugs to do such an outrageous thing, and you also didn't expect Tang Ting to choose to end her life. After Tang Ting died, you had nightmares for a whole year, dreaming that Tang Ting wanted your life. Years passed, and you gradually forgot about it, but Tang Ting's family was ruined. When Tang Ting's father heard the news of his daughter's death, he was driving on the highway. In a state of panic, he got into a traffic accident and was severely injured, becoming a vegetable. Tang Ting's older sister, Tang Meng, spent 10 years preparing for revenge. Master, don't save him anymore, let him die, he deserves it. I haven't even heard the end, but my 40-meter-long saber has already been cut out. Everyone, let's drag this beast into the light. Why is Tang Ting's family so miserable, but he's still alive and well? The comments in the live stream room kept pouring out, and the 20-flowery Jia seemed frozen, unable to say a word, only her eyes filled with tears, not knowing whether it was from fear or regret. The doll behind you was given to you by Tang Meng, right? I suddenly spoke up. It was a beautiful doll, placed on the cabinet behind 20-flower Jia, facing the camera. Its face had a dull smile, and its eyes were pitch black. 20-flower Jia reflexively turned his head to look at the doll on the cabinet. That's right, Tang Meng gave it to me before she went on a business trip. She told me to caress the doll whenever she missed her, as if she were by my side. Although I felt that this doll was a bit creepy, I still accepted it. What do you mean, is there a problem with this doll? 20-flower Jia walked over, took the doll, and brought it close to the camera for me to take a good look. I glanced over and chuckled. This doll is made from Tang Ting's ashes. Hearing that, 20-Flower Jia trembled, unconsciously throwing the doll out and shouting, "Bad luck. Pick it up," I coldly ordered. Noticing my displeasure, 20-Flower Jia hesitated for a moment before walking over, putting on gloves, and using his fingertips to pick up the doll. This doll was created by Tang Meng using many exquisite materials and nurturing it for half a year. It is a medium for stealing life. As long as it is near you, it will continuously suck your life force and transfer it to Father Tang's body. In less than 3 months, you will die an unnatural death, and Father Tang will be full of life force, recovering to his best condition.